Good morning, and welcome back to the Brick by Brick podcast with Ronald Pauleus. Today, I'm here to talk about this idea of developing staying power. Developing staying power. What I mean by that is the ability to stay in something for the long term. On this podcast, we talk about principles woven throughout our universe by God Himself that we all can take advantage of to build a life worth living brick by brick. Nowadays, we live in a generation obsessed with quick results, quick money, quick followers, quick success, quick transformation, the microwave generation. Everybody wants a harvest, though, but nobody wants seasons. And that's the problem. The greatest things in life are not built instantly. You don't get them after a microwave button push and 5 seconds later. The best things in life, you've heard this before, you fight for, you wait for. Marriage, a business, a ministry, reputation, body of work, character, trust, momentum, legacy, all of it takes time. And today I want to talk about a quality that is becoming more and more rare, and that's staying power. And how you instantly you see what I did there? You need to develop it. The ability basically to plant something and then to stay long enough, to take care of it long enough, to water it long enough until you reap. Because most people don't fall or fail because they're incapable. They fail because they leave too early. They leave that business too early. They leave the process too early. They leave the gym too early. They leave the relationship too early. They leave too early. You plant the seed and then you dig it up too early. Every week. Is it growing? Is it growing? Is it growing? You know, the people who eventually win is those who've developed this staying power. So I want to talk to you in an analogy. I want to talk first about the farmer who understands what most people don't. Farmers understand something we forget as entrepreneurs, and that is there's always a delay between planting and harvesting. Nobody plants corn on Monday and expects crops on Friday. You got that person insane. What in the world? Have you never been to Earth before? Yet people start a podcast and then they quit after 2 months. They go to the gym, they quit after 3 weeks. They make 10 cold calls and then they quit. They post content for 30 days and say, oh, it's not working at all. You planted a seed yesterday. Why are you angry there's no tree today? You can't give up. You got to understand that there's a delay between you planting and you harvesting. There just is a delay. And it's not because you're horrible or you need to get better skills or this. There are things that can speed up things, yes, but the core truth there is that it takes time to build something amazing. The Chinese bamboo tree is watered and nurtured for years and years and years before anything visible happens above ground. For years, can you imagine for years watering a place where you've put seed? Not for a season. Like, oh yeah, I know that if I put this in spring here, I'm going to harvest something in fall. Oh yeah, duh. No, can you imagine doing that for years? Years. Many seasons, many falls, many springs. But you got to develop staying power. Because what happens is you water it for years and years and years, and then suddenly it shoots up rapidly in a very short amount of time. Here's the thing. Was there nothing happening underground? No. What was happening was roots were developing. A root system was being built to allow that bamboo to shoot up as tall as it can get and be sturdy and not be tossed about. Most people quit during the root season. They quit when they're building the roots. The system is going out, is getting a hold of that rock, is getting deeper into the dirt, and it's stretching further and further and further. Because they don't realize how strong of a root system they need for how fast they're going to shoot up. The one thing we don't realize about momentum is once it gets going, it goes. It pushes you. One thing we don't realize about the power of compounding, is once 1 becomes 2, and then 2 becomes 4, and then 4 is multiplied and becomes 16, and then 32, and then 64, and then 128. Like, once that thing gets going, we're looking at 1. Like, come on, 1. You need to double yourself and get to 2. It goes. And if your root system is not deep enough, you'll fall. You'll fall. I was working with another gentleman, Nathan Yerkes, and was bringing him leads and deals, and he was paying me on the front end. And I did that for about 18 months, and I was so frustrated. I wanted to do it quicker. I wanted to be faster. This, that, and this. Finally, it came time for me to I went on my own, started buying. And guys, in a span of 4 months, I bought 5 houses. It's like 1.5 or 1.25 each month. You want to know this? 18 months before that, if I had bought 5 deals in 1 month, I would have crashed and burned. I didn't have the root system. I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have the funds. I didn't have the relationships with contractors. It would have been done for me. It would have been done for me. You know why? Because I shot up 5 houses in a span of 5 months, and I was not going to be able to handle the stress. But because I spent 18 months building my roots, building my relationships, building my connections, contractors, lenders, people here, people there, I was able to, I know I could do this. Staying power, guys, is a superpower, and you gotta let your roots build. And the longer I live, the more I realize consistency is rarer than talent. Ooh. Most people are emotional, impulsive. They chase novelty. Oh, here's something new. Here's something new. Here's something new. Shiny object syndrome. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that new thing. Look at that new thing. But you know what makes a difference? Staying power. You know what makes a difference? Not the big splash on rock, but that constant drip. Doop, doop, doop. You let that little drip of water go on for years, it's gonna split that rock straight down the middle. That big old splash, it looks nice, but guess what? The rock's the same. You want to know what makes it through the hard stuff in life? It's consistency. Going forward, going forward, going forward, going forward, going forward. Tiny, consistent actions repeated over time create unstoppable momentum. Tiny, consistent actions repeated over time create unstoppable momentum. Guys, just be small. Tiny, 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 tiny. If you stay with it and don't get tossed about by all the new things and impulses and this and that and that and this, you'll see a difference in your life. It's like going to the gym. Do you just go one time and say, man, I'm going to try all of these things? arms, biceps, triceps, and abs, and shoulders, and legs, and this and that, and abs, and I said carbs. What is it? When cardio, there you go. It's another C word. Cardio, and it's like, no, you don't just do that one time for all the muscle groups and then you're done. You gotta be consistent, gotta be consistent, gotta be consistent, gotta be consistent. Even if it's small. Even if it's small, just 15 pounds. Even if it's small, you'll see momentum kick in. Next thing you know, you're lifting 30 and you're killing it. You're lifting 40. See, transformation is usually invisible before it becomes undeniable. You start with that 15-pound weight, it's like, man, this is nothing. This isn't doing anything. But as you continue on with the consistency, the tiny steps, it's like, man, I actually can carry heavier stuff in my day-to-day life. I can do that and I can do this. Oh. It shows up all at once. Because entrepreneurship rewards those who outlast everyone. That's the name of the game. Alex Hormozi, he says, most people dramatically underestimate how long success takes. I'm going to say that again. Most people dramatically underestimate how long success takes. They think, oh, one podcast is going to change everything. One networking event. One deal. You know how many networking events I've been to? You know how many people have gotten my blink? How many people have followed me on Instagram at Ronald Pauleus, Pauleus, Ronald Pauleus? You know how many people have reached out and said this and that and that and that? Hundreds. And every now and then I get a relationship that makes a difference. That pushes me forward, that enhances and amplifies what I'm doing. If I was just hoping and wishing that the one person I spoke to would have made a difference. No. You see, it's cumulative. Is that the word? It's brick by brick. It's all together. It's all of them. One relationship, one lesson, one rejection, one improvement, one discipline day at a time. It's all of that together that helps the entrepreneur last and push forward. And you don't got to be the smartest. Obviously, I can't pronounce words. But if you're consistent and if you're pushing forward, you will be rewarded. You've seen the gold miner visual before. The diamond one, the person looking for diamonds, they're right there. They've gone all that way. They're right there. Just keep going. A lot of times, if you're just consistent, you'll see a huge difference. Because the danger of consistently starting over, consistently taking out the seed from the ground, consistently going back and going back and going back is that you're always restarting. And so you're never planting something that is taking roots. You're never hacking at the wall that tumbles down so that you can see what's on the other side. You're not building lasting relationships that allow you to see opportunities. You need to be rooted and grounded. You need stability. So that when you do shoot up, which you won't be able to if you're not consistent. You won't be able to. And so you got to stay through hard seasons. Real staying power is developed in the difficult seasons. That's the thing. People think, oh, this is hard. I don't want to get through it. You are strengthened in the hard. Diamonds are made under pressure. Gold is refined in fire. Guys, you need hard, difficult seasons. Anybody can say when the business is booming, motivation's high, life feels easy. But what do you do when nobody notices? when everything falls apart, when the money's tight, when you feel discouraged, when growth feels slow, when the nights are long. Your spouse is asking, when is this going to work out? You got to persevere. Because on the other side of that, you'll be hard. You'll be tough. You'll be more resilient. Some of the best things take years. A strong marriage, years. A respected brand, years. Deep wisdom, years. Financial freedom, years. Spiritual maturity, years. People underestimate how much time you need to build something good. So my closing challenge to you is, what have you been tempted to quit too early? A business, your dream, discipline, process, calling? Now, if you need to quit it, quit it. Wait, what are you talking about, Ronald? If you're chasing something bad, quit it. If you're chasing something good, something that makes a difference in the world, in your world, those around you, what's stopping you? You got to stay planted. You got to stay faithful. You got to stay consistent. Because the harvest belongs to those who remain. The harvest belongs to those who tend and water and cultivate. Don't worry, the roots are building. Don't worry, the root system's going. Don't worry, the water and the sun is giving the seed you planted the nutrients it needs. And one day, what is invisible will become undeniable. And so, keep pushing. Follow me on Instagram at Ronald Pauleus. Tell me what you're building, what you're working towards. And let's see if we can help you stay committed and planted. Keep building brick by brick.